going on, you guys? It's your girl Janelle again, and I am back with another video. And today I am just doing like I've never done this, like pretty much just talk to you all about me and my life and things that happened in my life and my accomplishments and stuff like that, just in detail more about me. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Janelle. I go by Beauty by Janelle. And basically today what I want to talk about is I had just got my first YouTube check, and I'm really excited, and I was very happy when I first got it. But I think a reason why I'm so shaky right now is because that's a really, really big accomplishment for me, simply because I really see myself as this really successful person, and I just see myself doing so much in life. Like even when I was little, I used to want my own clothing line when I was a kid. I was gonna name it Candy Lush, and like all my family members would like joke about it and talk to me about it and stuff like that, but they knew I was serious about me wanting my own clothing brand. And I always had a real supportive family as far as stuff I wanted to do in my life. A lot of you don't know, I lost my parents within the past few years. I lost my dad in 2017. He had a lot of health problems, and he had to take like medicine, you know, every day and stuff like that for pain tolerance, diabetic wise and stuff like that. And I'm not sure exactly if it was the arthritis or whatever in his knees that was causing him to be in so much pain. But my dad was in a lot of pain, so he started taking pain medicine and stuff, and my dad also was an alcoholic. He suffered from that, so his doctor recommended that he stop drinking. You know, they said it would help, you know, because a lot of people don't know liquor turns into sugar, and they said it would help take away some of the pain and stuff. And he just couldn't, simply from it being an addiction. And it was making the pain worse, but he started doing it more to numb the pain. But I guess he seen that wasn't working, so he started taking like aspirins and stuff to ease the pain. And my dad ended up overdosing on like 50, I think the doctor said 52 aspirins, or was it ibuprofen? It was one of the two, but he ended up overdosing on it, taking it all in one day, and they couldn't pump it out his stomach fast enough. So I lost my dad to that. That was painful because in the midst of that, I was opening my first clothing boutique, and I really wish that my dad would have gotten the chance to see that. But he never got the chance. He was going to do my floors and stuff, like wax my floors, and I would show him pictures of stuff I wanted. And he was like, yeah, baby girl, as soon as I get better, and I'm going to make it look nice and stuff like that. So it was hurtful losing my dad then. This was in 2017, by the way. And then my mom suffered a lot after my dad died. They was married for, I believe, 32 years, if not more. But yeah, they was married for a long time, and my mom suffered a lot from his passing. She had a breakdown due to her mental issues. She had a mental breakdown after my dad died, and she would kind of go off the wall and stuff like that. And so me and my husband and stuff, like, we would, when she would get upset and like put us out and stuff like that, we would sleep at my store in the back room. And a lot of people didn't know that. A lot of people didn't know that we were sleeping in the back room because she would put us out the house when she was losing it and stuff like that. And I didn't want to stay with family members simply because I don't know, like, maybe it was a pride thing, I'm not sure, but I didn't want to stay with relatives. It had got to the point where my mom would be telling us to get out and stuff like that. So my daughter, my oldest daughter, she was in pre-K at the time, and when she would go to school, she would tell her teachers and stuff that we got put out. And the school was getting in our business, so I ended up transferring them. Like, my mom, she ended up getting all her medicine, so she was fine or whatever after that. And she ended up getting all her medicine, but I just transferred my daughter because I didn't want people in my business and stuff like that. So she ended up getting better, and I helped her, you know, throughout her process and stuff. So she had to go to a mental hospital and stuff, but they got her back on her meds and stuff, so she was fine, you know, or whatever. Shortly after my dad died, I'm not good with months and timings, I'm sorry, but she ended up getting better. But then you know, I didn't, like, by my mom having that mental breakdown, she wasn't able to be at my grand opening of my clothing boutique. I believe she was in a hospital at the time, the mental hospital, and then my dad was gone. So I was, like, in a lot of stress. Like, my husband, like, he was very supportive and stuff. Like, we got the store together we got the store together on our own and stuff, and got everything situated. So I still had my grand opening, but it was just hurtful knowing that my mom and my dad wasn't there, because they always supported me with creative things that I would come up with. They always was like my biggest supporters, like my biggest fans when it came to stuff like that. And then fast forward, my mom got diagnosed with cancer, I believe in October. I believe it was October or November, early November, she got diagnosed with cancer. And it was in her kidney. And my mom was getting, like, really small. We didn't know why. We didn't know why she was getting so small and stuff like that. And I ended up having my mom move in with me. I don't know if you remember in one of my past videos, I talked about how my mom was living with me and I was taking care of her. I never stated what was wrong with her, but my mom had cancer. So I took care of her the best way I could. Me and my siblings, we did the best we could. She was staying with me. I would bathe for her. She had her appointments with, like, her physical health doctor and stuff like that. So they would come and help her work out and stuff like that, like little small workouts to help her build her strength. But I was going through a lot of stuff in, like, November and stuff like that. But a lot of you don't know because I didn't communicate, like, my personal life. But all I know is my end goal was to make sure that I stick to my social media, because this is really what I want to do in life, and this is really what I want to succeed at. I have a great passion for doing YouTube and, you know, fashion stuff and doing blogging and stuff like that. That's something I really enjoy doing. Sorry, I'm all over the place, but I never was the type to, like, really work a job and stuff like that. It just wasn't my personality. But my mom always supported that. But yeah, so the doctors and stuff would come to the house and stuff. And, you know, I would have to feed her and stuff because she got to the point where she couldn't even walk anymore. She couldn't walk. So I would have to bring her food and change her diapers and help her get to the bathroom so I could give her showers and stuff. Then it got to the point where I couldn't even walk her to the shower. She was just like completely like bed, I don't know if it's bound or something like that, but she couldn't get out the bed, so I would have to come in the room and wash her up, you know, with a washcloth and a bucket and stuff. And then on top of that, you know, I got my 3 kids, a husband, my personal life. I still have to, you know, be there for my kids. My son was 1 at the time. A lot of you don't know, I was only 24 when she passed away. My mom passed away in April. It had got unbearable to the point where her living with me, like it seemed like every time I would try to do like a YouTube video or something like that, like she would need something. Not saying that she was trying to distract me, because my mom loved the fact that I did YouTube. My mom is the one that actually told me that I need to stop trying to get sad jobs and take YouTube and my businesses seriously. And I love her for telling me that, because how can I succeed with what I want to do if I'm so focused on trying to come up with some quick money and stuff like that? Now, mind you, I would do Uber on the side, Uber Eats and stuff, simply because I can work on my own schedule. And I couldn't work a regular job. It got to the point where I couldn't work a regular job. It became a problem, me working a regular job, simply because my mom was my daycare provider, and she would watch my kids for me. I would pay her and stuff, and she would watch the kids all day long and stuff. Even when I just wanted to go out and hang with my friends, she was just there. And I never cared for daycare, so if you were wondering, I never cared to put my kids in a daycare. It was just something I never cared to do, simply because the horror stories about them and stuff like that. I just never cared for daycares. But she was real supportive as far as like getting my kids. She even like would give me money to help me, to help support me, like as far as my clothing, like getting inventory and stuff for my store and stuff like that. She was my biggest supporter. Like, even though she didn't live far from me, she would order stuff off my website just to, you know, show that support. Like, she was very, very, very supportive. And I would have never thought that my mom would have gotten cancer. So it kind of hurts me, the fact that she's not. It don't kind of hurt. It really hurts me that my parents aren't here, because they supported me so much. And it's just like, I just want to keep going, because she told me to focus on my social media. And not only for her, but for myself, because I love what I do. And I know I'm going to succeed one day. I know it's going to really pay off. And me getting my first YouTube check just shows me how far I've really come. I've been doing YouTube. I started doing YouTube due to my being inspired from one of my oldest sisters. Her name's Adana. You see her a lot in my vlogs and stuff. She supports me a lot. And she was a YouTuber, and I just grew to love YouTube from her doing YouTube. I started off doing YouTube with my husband, but it's not really his passion, so it's kind of like I felt like I was forcing him to do it more so. Like, even in the beginning of videos, like, we'll argue before we do a video, and it was like, you know, this is not gonna work. So I ended up making me another channel. Last year I had made me another brand new YouTube channel with just me. And it was at my mom's house. But yeah, that's when I was living with my mom. Was that last year? Or been like a year and a half, I'll say then. But yeah, that's when I was living at my mom's place, and I did my very first YouTube video. It was a Q&A. And I told myself that I would be a very successful YouTuber. I literally quote, I have a vision board in my space where I do my videos, and I literally look at it, and I have like goals, and I really believe in the law of attraction and speaking stuff into existence. So I do that a lot, and I just have to keep going. I have to keep going, because that YouTube check just showed me so much. Like, it's been a year or so, and I finally got my first YouTube check. A lot of people don't know, but YouTube has changed the requirements for getting paid on YouTube. I used to be only 10,000 video views, I believe. That 10,000 total views over all your videos that you needed in order to get paid on YouTube. And me and my husband, we had met that on threshold on our old channel, but we ended up getting demonetized simply because they changed the rules and we no longer met the requirements, which is 1,000 subscribers plus 4,000 watch hours. Now, hours, that's way different than minutes. Like, you got to think about the fact that they're saying hours. 4,000 watch hours. So we didn't meet the requirements for that. So I started my own channel because I knew I would stay consistent with it. I knew I would take it seriously. And I ended up meeting the threshold in like June of this year. I ended up meeting the threshold June of this year. And I've been doing YouTube for what, a year or and a little more now. And just knowing that I got my first check just shows me, like, wow. Like, I really, not going to say I felt like I would never get here, but at the time, it did feel like I would never get to this point. And I just knew as long as I stuck to it, as long as I stayed consistent, continue doing videos, because it's all about consistency with YouTube and great content and stuff like that. And I try my best to put as much enthusiasm into my videos and be as live and stuff as possible, and, you know, entertaining at my best ability. And it really paid off. I mean, like, I know my first check wasn't much. It was literally only $116. Like, it wasn't much, but it's something. Just knowing that, hey, I'm to this point now. And that's even more motivation, because at first I was doing YouTube for fun and stuff like that. I thought it was cute. I really just wanted to be famous. And then it got to the point where I like, no, I want to really make money from this. So, and I was like, okay, now that I'm making money from it, I want to get more creative and put my checks into my content and stuff like that. And like really give more. Like, I really invested in my YouTube channel. Like, I bought cameras, my ring lights, my setup, my tripod and stuff like that. My backdrop. Like, I really put money into my YouTube channel. Now, I paid more than $116 to get me going good and have a good quality videos and stuff like that. It definitely cost me more, but I definitely feel like it's going to pay off, and I have to show my parents that I'm going to be very successful. I just wish that I would have been able to shower them with the things that I've gained just from their support. Like, I just wanted to be able to buy my parents a house and be able to not have them live in that poor environment anymore. And it's just, I just want to do so much for them. I would have never thought I would have lost my parents the way that I did, but I know that they're watching me, and now all I have to do it for is my family, my husband, my kids. That's what I have left, and that's who I'm going to show in my appreciation to. And it's just a journey that I'm on. It's just to shows you, this is like my backstory outside of me doing YouTube, my outside life. And it's just not as easy as people make it seem. There's people that make so many excuses when it comes to YouTube. It's just like, if this is not your passion, it's not your passion. It's way more work than a lot of people think it is. It's just that I was very dedicated. Like, now I get like sponsorships and stuff to review and stuff like that. And due to my dedication and due to me being serious with what I do. This isn't an overnight thing. So if you want to do a YouTube channel, I definitely recommend doing it seriously. I try my best to do no less than 4 videos a month. No less. Because that's 1 video a week. But I try my best to do multiple videos in 1 week, because that just shows my consistency and how serious I am about it or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much my story. I'm still gonna move forward with my social media. I have so much more in store. I have so much more I want to do. I'm actually in the process of moving, and I'm just looking forward to so much more. It was just like I lost a lot within my life. Like I lost my car, just financially struggling and stuff like that, and we're actually moving somewhere cheaper until we can afford something, you know, better in the future. And my goal is 6 months. I give myself exactly 6 months for me to meet my goal of getting to where I want to be as far as YouTube. I'm almost at 5,000 subscribers. I'm so proud of that. But yeah, I just have so much more in store. I just feel more open with you all now. I feel like you know a little bit more about me. I don't want to hold back any more secrets about my life. But I just hope that you all can still stick with me in this journey and help me continue to grow. And I'm going to put my best foot forward as far as my content and stuff like that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say. But yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna actually do a dedicated video about my first YouTube check, like how to go about it and stuff like that. Like, but yeah, that's for another video. I'll catch you all in my next video. Love you all.
Attention is